So, I am extremely grateful for your time this morning.
Thank you.
I know we've literally just pulled you in off the exhibition. Do you want to introduce you and what you do?
Cool. So, my name's Louw. I'm a co-founder and CEO of a company called rootplatform.com. And what we do is we make it very easy for carriers to embed their products into big brands that's got captive audiences. So think white label and partner-based distribution for insurance. That's what we do. So very API first, developer first focus on making that happen.
Fabulous. Where did the idea come from? What happened to make you think this is what life needs?
So we come from a group of people that build companies and products outside of insurance generally, startups, and then we realized that it's very hard to do anything in insurance. So there's a lot of innovation happening in the world. Consumer behavior is changing with technology. I mean, you see stuff like TikTok changes everything for people, but insurance is not catching up to that. And we tried to figure out why, and then we went, can we solve that? Can we kind of package it in a way that it makes it easier for people, for developers and people who build and create and innovate to consume insurance and to make new value propositions out of it? That's kind of where we came from, and that evolved into this position where we realized insurers are still trying to do the old thing, sell through comparison sites. They're still trying to sell through brokers, which is valid. It's a massive market, but they don't have the ability or the know-how to expand beyond that and to kind of tackle this new era this new digital era that we're living in.
One of the things that I feel strongly about in the new digital era, and I'm not just speaking about insurance, but you've mentioned TikTok, also springs to mind Snapchat, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
So everything's bite-sized. I want my products, I want my education, I want my insurance, I want it bite-sized, I want it quick, I want it easy, and I don't want to have to think about it.
Yeah.
So how have you encompassed that?
That's actually an interesting one. It's very on target. So what we see is insurance products are unbundling. Typically you'd have like a master home and content policy, and you'll add all your things that you have as items on that policy, specified items, etc. But it goes broad. What is happening is insurance is getting closer to the context of where the thing is that you want. Like you're buying a bicycle, getting bicycle insurance there and then at the bicycle shop becomes more relevant than buying a bicycle and then afterwards phoning an insurance company, submitting paperwork, doing all of that stuff, because the bike shop already has your details. And I think that speaks to the same behavior. People want it easier, faster, in the same place. And that's, I think, what's happening to insurance. It's moving closer to the customer journey where that event, where the cover is relevant to the event that you're trying to insure.
So here's a genuine personal question. I agree with you, and I follow those behavior patterns. But also, I have no idea what passwords I've got for what websites, where my documents are, and what we're talking about is multiple and many.
Yeah.
How do you, which also has a price that builds if you're doing lots of litter. How do you get around that?
Sure. I think in our case, most of the types of products we work with in this call it embedded space are either coupled to the brand you're buying it at. So you already have an account at, let's call it the bike store as an easy example. And you already have a profile there if it's an e-commerce bike store. So it's bundled into that. You don't need another password. It's not another account with the insurance company. It's kind of branded as part of that bike or that bicycle insurance, the e-commerce site.
So you almost take insurance out from the consumer's mind. There's no...
They deal with one company, kind of.
Yeah. And
insurance is part of that. It's not a separate... They don't have to now have a relationship with another company.
Yeah.
So it changes that. I think it's also often with embedded insurance that the experience or the products are more, not always, but once off, or you buy the policy, you get your policy documentation, and that's kind of it. You don't have to go back and make that massive change. It's not life insurance typically where you have to go for medical assessments every year and change the benefits and add your children to it and remove it. That is there, it happens, but it's a smaller part of it.
Yeah, I think what you're doing is fabulous, and I would love to follow your journey and see how it's... I've had some such interesting conversations this morning, so I would love to follow your journey because I feel like there's a mindset link. So I'm really grateful for your time. Congratulations. I hope you have a fabulous event, and I hope you make loads of connections, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of fun walking around here.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It absolutely is. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cool.